Hello listeners, welcome along to A Taste of Country with Lucia Butler. I've got a young man here beside me. It is Gavin McAloon. Welcome, Gavin.
Hello Lucia, how you doing? You keeping well?
I'm not doing too bad, Gavin, and it's very nice to meet you for the first time here, Gavin.
Oh, thanks very much. It's great to be here. I'm over in London here at the minute with a cousin of mine. She brought me over to do a couple of gigs here in the local scene, so it's going well so far, thank God.
And of course, we better mention the cousin and the wife.
Paul and Tanya McAloon, so I'm sure they know them.
Well, I certainly know through the football anyway, but there you go. Just tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, Gavin. Where are you from?
I'm 23 years of age. I'm from a wee town called Thurlick in Tyrone. I've been singing now for a couple of years, I suppose, doing the pub scene over there, and I just released my first single there. It's an old Buck Owens one there called Gonna Have Love, and so it's just starting to get a wee bit of radio time now, so hopefully it goes well.
Well, that is a really, really nice song. Any particular reason that you choose that song? Is it because it's a lively song, or you like country, American country?
Well, I'm very fond of all country, especially Irish and American, and I suppose Buck Owens wanted to release me for the first one and wanted a catchy number, and I thought it was a good catchy song at the time, and I remember listening to it years ago, my father had an old Mick Flavin CD who covered it, and God, I loved it, and it always stuck in my head from that,
Okay, so while you were growing up, tell me, would you have, I know there's music in the family there, and your late mum, tell us a little bit about that, please.
Well, my mother would have been Rosemary McAloon. She was Nugent before she got married, and she was an All-Ireland champion. She was done flashes and flaws and all them other things, and she was brilliant, so hopefully I follow in her footsteps. And her father would have been Sean Nugent, and he was from a wee town called Adonai, just on the outskirts of Tyrone there, wee town called Adonai in Fermanagh, and he'd been a very good fiddle player, I'm sure a lot of musicians would know him, and he taught a lot of good musicians, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So you've got a great start there in the music industry already, the name is there.
Yeah, well, hopefully if I can follow in them footsteps I'll try and do something right maybe anyway, so.
Tell me, Gavin, do you play a musical instrument at all?
No, I don't really, no, I'm using backing tracks at the minute, but play a bit of the guitar now, but it wouldn't be on my show, I don't bother with it, so. Mm-hmm. But the backing tracks out there now is brilliant, I've got Brian Kerrigan up in Letterkenny, he makes me any backing track I want, and it's as good as a live band in my scene, so.
Absolutely, if you have a good backing track, it's as good as a band, isn't it?
Well, it is, yeah. He's making them with a 2-piece keyboard there. He's also done my new single there, so he did up in Harmony Recording Studios, which is a great setup, and he's everything you want, so.
How many siblings is in your family?
I have 2 older sisters, Aisling and Kira. Just 2 sisters, there's only 3 of us now all together, so.
Do they do any singing at all?
No, not really, not that I know of anyway, no, so.
Singing in the shower perhaps?
Singing in the shower, yeah.
And tell me, Gavin, so when you were growing up, inspirational wise, who would have been your inspiration in the Irish scene, say?
Well, I always liked Declan Nerney. I had a wild thing for Declan Nerney any time I would have tried to go to a Declan Nerney live show if I could, when the rest of them was going to discos. I was always trying to get into the doors of a country scene.
Would you have been dragged out, or would you have willingly kind of gone along out to listen to the country music?
No, I love country music. My father would have been always into a very big country music fan, and he'd always went to see the show bands years ago and stuff like that. Declan Nerney was a big hit, and then I mind listening to Buck Owens on the radio and all the CDs about the house too, Buck Owens and Vince Gill and Merle Haggard, all them American country singers just I suppose inspired me, and really enjoy it
Very good, that sounds very good. And as regards then going out on the scene, doing the music yourself, you do it on every weekend? Every weekend,
yeah. Usually out Friday, Saturday and Sunday over in Ireland there, and a lot of charity gigs during the week with Hugo Duncan and Brian Call and stuff like that. Big T, all them radio presenters over in Northern Ireland, so they always have something on during the week, that you're invited to, and I love it, I love getting out, it's a great way to spend an evening.
And tell me, now that you have your single out, any plans for an album in the making there? You're recording an album at the minute, are you?
Yeah, I'm doing an album with Brian Kerrigan up in Letterkenny, as I say, there's 13 tracks on it, and well, hopefully it'll all go well, and with a bit of luck it'll be out at the end of the summer, late summer, hopefully, anyway, if everything goes according to plan, but sure.
That's fantastic. And listening to this single here, I've just heard the single. I think it's a fantastic single, Gavin. And if the album is anything like this, it will be fantastic. So listeners, watch out for this young fella, I tell you. And not only is he a great singer, he's got the looks and all. A lot of the listeners would love to be sitting, Gavin, here where I'm sitting beside you.
Oh, thanks very much, I suppose.
Well, there you go. He's a very humble young man, listeners, here. Now, I tell you that for nothing. Gavin, would you ever have thought about writing a song yourself?
Never really thought about it, no. I never really thought about it. I write my own stuff, but I have a fella, Lucia McAloon, over there, and if you know him, he wrote me a couple of songs, and hopefully they'll be on the new album, you know. So, with all going to plan, there should be some new stuff like that out in the summer on the new album, so.
A few original songs on it?
Yeah, there is. He wrote a couple of songs, a couple of waltzes for me, and he just gave me the choice, you know, because I met him over at Enjoy Travel with over in Portugal, and I went over there last October with them, and I'll be touring with them next year. I won the competition over there with them, and I'm touring with them next year. We're going to all sorts of places like Torremolinos and Portugal, a lot of English places too, like. So Lucia McAloon, met him on it, and he said, would you be interested in taking a couple of my songs? So hopefully something will turn out well in the album, so with a bit of luck everything goes well.
Fantastic. That is certainly something to look forward to. And any plans to maybe come along and tour the UK? Maybe you will be putting a band in place, or maybe not. Is that any? I'm just saying you're only starting out, but look at Gavin, as you know, you love the country music there, and you never know, things take off for you, you would be gone like a shot. Maybe is that a plan for the future, perhaps?
Well, hopefully it's just I'd like to do that myself, like, and it just takes a wee bit of time, I suppose, to get out there and hopefully get onto the bigger scene in the years to come with a bit of luck. So
it's a tough old time in this recession as well, isn't it?
Oh, country music at the minute, I think, is really chock-a-block full of ones, you know, and there's a lot of good singers out there, and it's very hard to get your name out. So
there's a lot of new upcoming singers as well, Gavin. You're only 23 years of age. There's a lot of young people coming along to keep the country music alive. Do you think so?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. There's charity nights we go to there in a night, and you can only get a space to do 2 or 3 songs because it is absolutely rammed full of entertainers, like, you know, and all them friends. I have a couple of good friends, which is very good entertainers. John Gardy there, and Carol Kilpatrick, and Sean McAloon, and the rest of them, Vincey Walmsley. I could go on forever. Anthony McBrain, and all the ones from the north, and they actually give me lots of support when I'm starting, so thanks to them too, like, so.
But as I say, you know, there is room for you all out there. You all bring something new to the table, so there is plenty of room for you all out there.
Well, I hope so. Well, country music's taken off really well in the north of Ireland again, like, so. But hopefully I'll get a few gigs over in the UK as well, you know, because just it is a wee bit chock-a-block at the minute, so as I say, it's very hard to get your name out. And
I believe that Irish Country Music Radio are the first ones to air an interview for you now, Gavin. How about that? I feel privileged to be able to do that.
Yeah, you can thank Paul for that.
Oh, Paul is a good lad. You see, contacts, it's a great thing, isn't it, Gavin?
Well, that's what it's all about, you know, so I'll try to come over here in London. I've done a couple of gigs here in London this weekend. This went really well, so hopefully it'll go on from there.
Well, I'm all excited now. I'm going to listen to you for the first time here, and I'm sure listen to that single there. You know, you're a fabulous lad, and you've got everything, a bright future ahead of you, please God. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you every success in the future, Gavin, and hopefully you'll be back maybe when you have a new album, maybe to help launch your album.
Oh, without a doubt. Thank you very much for having me. Thanks, Lucia.
Okay, well, Gavin, I would, we'll wrap up the interview now. And listeners, watch out for this young fella. By the way, Gavin, where could anyone contact you if they want to? Are you on Facebook, or do you have a website or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, and Gavin McAloon Music. The website will be trying to get it up and going within the next week or so. So
that's Gavin McAloon music.co.uk. Okay, listeners, and I tell you what now, after listening to this interview, pop over to his page there on Facebook, Gavin McAloon, and tell him you heard his interview aired on Irish Country Music Radio. Okay, Gavin, and God bless you, and thank you for taking the time. From Lucia Butler and
Gavin McAloon.
Thank you, listeners. Hope you enjoyed. God bless.